If we take a look at the bond market, we do have bonds. I saw an article yesterday, on the headline news saying bonds are back. They've been going up for a while, and I look at the chart, and to me, this is a terrible looking chart. This maybe it's trying to carve out a little bit of a bottom here, but in a nutshell, this is kind of a bearish pattern before it could potentially fall again. So we'll just have to see. When you look at the big picture of bonds, we're not that excited about it. It is in a bear market. At best, it is at a stage 1 base trying to carve out a bottom. But again, it's making a series of overall lower highs, lower lows. It just doesn't look all that good at this point. So again, we're still steering clear of bonds and just letting them work themselves out. If we take a look over at the dollar this morning, we are seeing the dollar up fairly nicely this morning, up 0.6%. Again, the dollar is trying to recover from the tariffs. All that news, it really unwound from that position, and now it's trying to figure out if it's going to put in a bottom. A few interesting things. We do have some pretty massive volume. We do have some, not a huge volume, but it feels kind of like a double bottom here. The fact that we had huge volume down at this phase, I feel like it's trying to carve out a bottom. I think the tariff side has been kind of worked out of the price at this point. And of course, everyone hates the dollar and everybody's avoiding the US, it seems. And typically that is a sign of a turning point. When something's most hated, that's usually when it starts to come back to life for one more scare, like in a scary movie. The dead always comes back for one more big move. So I do believe in the long term. Now, this is just obviously a gut feeling, and based on long-term charts, I do believe the dollar will eventually have a very big recovery and could actually have a significant rally. Now, that goes against, fundamentals. It goes against what a lot of people think and feel, which is probably one of the reasons why I actually like it. In a nutshell, the dollar is trending and channeling to the upside. It's at the lower end of its channel. It's most hated. And if we do go into recession, the economy and the world kind of struggles, the dollar tends to perform pretty well. So that's we'll see how that unfolds. Again, we don't trade what I think, we trade what the charts are doing. And that is the significant difference between successful traders and not. We don't trade off emotions, what we think and feel. We trade off price action and manage risk. Let's take a look over at gold. Gold is definitely holding its ground, threatening to break out to some new highs. It is still in a strong bull market phase. It's put in a correction phase, and this could pop and run and continue to extend. I think we have that 37.50 is our next measured move if this was to continue to go up. Right now it is still consolidating. Again, I think if the equities market starts to struggle more, we could see this really take off. I'm surprised gold isn't up more, to be honest, with what's kind of happened over the last couple of days. But anyway, it is holding its ground, still in an uptrend. Again, we're not long gold. We did play it for a bounce. We got out, locked in some profits. Long term, I do hold physical gold and silver. I believe they are going to continue to go up long term. They might go up in the short term here, but I do think they will have a correction. And if we do have a big correction and a financial reset, I'll be adding to my gold and silver stack for long term at that point. But right now, we're just kind of leaving it as is. You trade silver. Let's zoom out on the silver chart a little bit here. Silver, it does have a fairly decent looking chart, more or less. It's channeling to the upside. I would say it's at the upper end of its range. It could very easily pull back and consolidate or something from here. Again, not that interested in the space too much, but silver's definitely come to life. Gold has been kind of trading sideways while silver played catch up. That's what I tend to see. We see gold move first and then silver plays catch up, and that's kind of happened at this point. Based on my analysis and just for the short-term analysis. So I think the market's kind of